So yesterday I posted a video on how I found saying yes a very practical, authentic but powerful integration tool so that we can remain as our true nature consciously and enjoy the human experience, because when we say yes, we are functioning from the bliss filter and also the wisdom filter. So resting as who we are takes no effort. It's just that recognition of existence, of presence, of being. And when we say yes, we are affirming the awakened state. It's the desireless state. So, pointing to who we are is predominantly the top state. I'm using the word states mainly because we do have states of consciousness. So we can have the awakened state, or we can have the state of experiencing thoughts, etc. But I think what I really wanted to point out in this video is I've often said that experiences are real. And I'm going to correct myself, because consciousness is the reality. And wherever the consciousness is placing its presence, its focus, then that thing takes its reality from the consciousness. And so it was a little bit conflicting for me at one point, because I was a great fan of self-inquiry, who's suffering, what's suffering, is there a past, is there a future? And it would just be absolute presence. And then 5 minutes later, there can be a train of thoughts. But here, there is no past and no future, there are no thoughts, but then I can experience thoughts. So I gave thoughts the reality, but they're not real. It's the consciousness that is real. And I just thought it'd be nice to share it, because that is and was part of the integration, because we were all conditioned into beliefs that we are the body, we are the mind, we were born, therefore we're going to die, and then whatever other beliefs that we've picked up along the way. But I think if this can be understood, that you, the aliveness, the consciousness, you're the reality, and anything that appears, if we notice it, recognize it, pay attention to it, that then becomes real, because it takes its reality from who we are. And when I think about this, it's the absolute truth. Like, how did we miss it? It's like we are playing a game of hide and seek. And so that helped me immensely, and that's why I'm sharing it today, because I feel that it can help you if you realise that thoughts, feelings, physical objects take their reality from the consciousness. The consciousness is the reality. The consciousness is real, real, real. Aliveness, existence is real. But what arises in that only becomes a real experience because we've placed presence power on it. So by saying thank you and by saying yes, because I done yes yesterday, didn't I? When we say yes, authentically say yes, something arises and it would normally trigger us, or, oh God, not that again. But when we say yes, we are saying yes to aliveness, yes to presence, yes to being awake and aware, because awake and aware is part of the dream. It's part of the reality. We are that reality. And I just thought I'd share that, because it really does change the game when the realization that we are the reality, the thought's not real, the feeling's not real. It only appears to be real because reality has shown up. So I genuinely hope that helps. And going back to the yes practice, it is an integration tool. And it's so easy. My God, it's the easiest. I mean, I've God, I've got a toolbox, writing and burning and this and that. And they've all had their place and they have all worked. But the easiest one is yes, because you can remain authentic with it. You know, like I said yesterday, if something appears and we've identified with it, adopted it, believed it, we're in the game now. There's no point trying to fight out. Just say yes. Yes, I fell asleep. Yes, I don't like it. Yes, yes. And that very yes sort of marches you back and back and back. There's one more thing I wanted to mention, and I'm going to mention it in this video because it's just come back to me. Triggers are like conflicting beliefs. Right. Now, if we use the model, the koshers, so you've got at the top, you've got the bliss filter, which is the filter of contentment. It's desireless. It's just peaceful. And then we come down a little bit and we've got the wisdom filter, which is knowing. And then we can take a nosedive and go down to the mental, etherical and the physical filters. There's nothing wrong with them, but if we identify that we are only that, then that's where we experience that thing that we call suffering. I've come to realise that conflicting beliefs are on all of the three levels: mental activity, etheric and physical. So there can be conflicting thoughts of good and bad, right and wrong, like and dislike, past and future. And then that then will produce conflicting feelings. If something's good, yay, we like it. If something's bad, oh, I don't like it. Oh, we can be attached to that thing, or we can push it away. You've got like the conflicting thoughts. That's one realm going crazy. Then you come down to the etheric realm, which is the feeling body, and there's conflicting there. And then the physical, we get conflict in the world. So we'll have like, oh, I like that scene. Oh, I don't like that scene. Oh, that's good. That's bad. He did this, he did that. Here's the key. This is what I would do, because although this path is effortless, there is work required, but that work is not effort. It's more revision. You're revising, you're looking at your life and you're saying, right, I'm going to take control because I am the sovereign being here. No more am I going to get beaten up by filters and beliefs. You've got to make that decision. So if you go to the thoughts, let's just say that there's a conflicting thought on something that you used to like and you no longer like because something has happened. It's to peel that away. And a good way to do it is get a pen and paper and just write all those conflicting thoughts down. Then go and examine the feelings. Have a look at what feelings are coming up and just be, yes, there's aware of grief. Yes, I'm aware of guilt. Yes, I'm aware of anger. Yes, I'm aware of fear. So use yes, because yes keeps you out of the game. It keeps you out of reinvesting. And then, of course, the physical can be anything in your well-being area. It can be your health. It can be finances, can be relationships, can be where you live, can be your career. It can be anything, social activities. And it's just to have a look at the end result and to say, yes, now there's awareness of it. You don't have to fix, change or improve. You just have to keep on identifying the thinkingness, because that's the trigger into the feelings, which then triggers and pushes it into the world. Honestly, that's how it works. It goes from subtle to gross. It's that law, cause and effect. Some people call it the law of attraction, the law of resonance. Doesn't matter what you call it. Identify the thoughts and just as a review and say, yes, I'm aware. Then the feelings, and then the physical realm, you'll be able to see why that thing's happening, because that's the end result. I often say, if you've baked a cake, you've got all the ingredients in, and then when you bite into the cake, you say, oh, I don't want the sugar. You can't get rid of the sugar because it's the end result. So you'd have to start the cake again. So you start again by looking at those thoughts and making a decision. I'm the sovereign being. I don't have to keep on accepting these. And if they do come to me, I can say, yes, I'm aware. Yes, I'm aware. Yes, I'm aware. It works. It really does work, and it doesn't take any effort, just sovereignty.